You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, so for those that are subscribed to my gaming channel, TMossBoss Gaming, or follow me on Twitch just by searching up TMossBoss. If you already are subscribed or follow me on either Twitch or my gaming channel, I just wanted to let you guys know that I will no longer be playing the Division 2. I mentioned it briefly in my last episode, and I think I tweeted it out. So if you follow me on Twitter because I'll from time to time will post updates on certain things. If it's really like, driving me crazy and making me angry and stuff. But yeah, that's what past few weeks. So like to overall tell you guys what's been going on, because I made a rant episode not too long ago about the Division 2, and I think I might, or no, actually I take that back. I didn't do a rant video on it. I was going to do a rant video on it, and I still plan on doing it. But anyways, so for probably like maybe 4 or 5 weeks. I don't even know how long I've been playing that game, but I've been playing that game for a long time right now. Ever since they actually optimized it. So whenever they optimized that game from that standpoint all the way up until today, actually. So yeah, this morning had like the final straw with that game to the point where I'm like, I'm deleting this game. I'm going to play it like one last time for, stream's sake, overall on Twitch. I'm like, no, I'll play anything else besides that game. And I'm like, I name a game, I will sit down and give it my best than to play any more minutes of the Division 2. I'm sorry, but I'm like, I can't play a game where the looting system is broken. The game itself is broken. Nobody is playing it. When you try to like matchmaking that, maybe that's just the Xbox that's just doing that crap. But honestly, I ain't even gonna get on the matchmaking stuff because I played other games and the matchmaking in there has been trash. And I'm like, I personally blame the Xbox Series X for that. Brand new Xbox, and it's having all these connection issues. And I'm like, I blame the Xbox for that. I've done everything possible and got new Wi-Fi's and set up crap to where it's optimized for that. That thing don't want to connect. I'm like, fine, you know what? Just be stupid. I'm like, but that, at the end of the day, I feel like if Microsoft, they had more people buy them Xbox Ones or people that actually been wanting to play it and not trying to resell it for some old crazy amount on reselling sites, I think people have been like, oh, well, then there you go. I don't hear no problems with a PlayStation 5. That's what I should have got. I should have got a PlayStation 5. But eventually, one day soon. But anyways, but no, back on Division 2. So ever since they optimized that game, playing it like crazy. That game, it got to me, it seemed extremely easy. So I'm like, I like that. I like the fact that the game seemed easy because I remember I tried playing it before on the Xbox One, when it originally came out, and then I remember they came out with this New York update, and I tried playing that, and that wasn't good. So overall, I stopped playing the game, and then it wasn't up until a while ago when I had bought the game again, and then I sold it back to GameStop because I was just like, I'm once again done, and I think I ended up getting another game. I can't remember what game it was. What's that second game underneath? It's just a PlayStation game. I only got one game on my Xbox. I mean, I got a bunch of digital games, but I only got one disc game. I need to go back out and get me some games. But anyways, so no, I got so I traded the game in, but then it came out. There's just the game's now been optimized for the Xbox Series X. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just go out and or I'll go and buy that version, the digital version. Shouldn't have done that. It probably have been best if I went out and just picked up the disc version again. Cause if I could, I would have sold that game, no problem. Not think twice about it. I would have taken that one single game up to GameStop's by itself, and I would have sold it. I don't care if GameStop's would have gave me $2 cash and $5 in store credit. I would have taken that and been happy with it. Shoot, the $2 I could have went out and bought me a Red Bull with that. So I'm like, hey, there is a possible way of selling that game on Xbox. I honestly would, because I'm like, I just don't think that that's fair to buy a game and it's not finished. You know, my thing is like, that's what I would really like, and that's what I was talking on in the past episode, is that I'm gonna do a video talking on this, because I'm like, this is something that needs to happen. But they need to come out with a thing on all consoles, Steam or a PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, any gaming device out there, even on mobile. If a game is broken and they're not doing anything to update it, the fans, the gamers, the people that are actively playing this game, and they keep complaining about these problems and nobody's not listening to them. The companies, the game companies themselves, were like Xbox and like Sony, Microsoft and all that, they should come out with something where you can vote to take the game out of stores until they fix it or until they do something to. But it's like overall, like if it's like a game. No. Like I take back what I was gonna say. Like if there's nothing that's changed with the game, because I was about to say Call of Duty, but I'm like, no, Call of Duty be changing and crap. But like something like NBA 2K or Madden or FIFA or but I didn't really have no problems with Madden or FIFA. But I'm just saying, like, games that just don't change and the developers refuse to listen, we should be able to vote against their release. And if they haven't fixed the game or haven't changed it or haven't done nothing to it, then take the game out of the stores. Because I'm like, that's just not fair to me. Or they should have it where people are able to test that game out, and then there's something that says like, hey, we highly recommend that you don't play this game until the developers fix it. Because I'm like, that will really open up a developer's eyes into having them like, oh, well, we need to actually start like, fixing on these games and working on them rather than releasing like half games. Because my thing is like, and I've been using this example talking on this, like games that's just not finished. How would you feel? You go to a store, right? And you want to go out and get you, like, you're getting a loaf of bread, or you just overall wanting to get the full object, the full food, the full drink, but they only give you half of a soda. They only give you half of the soda cans. So instead of a 12-pack, they're giving you a 6-pack. They only give you half of a Red Bull can. So instead of a 12-ounce, they're giving you a 6-ounce. Instead of a full loaf of bread, they only giving you how many slices of bread? Let's just say it's like 12. So they're only giving you 6. How would that make you feel? You'd be mad, right? I know I'd be mad. I'll go back up there and be like, hey, and then on top of that, I'm paying full price for it? No, this stuff either better be free or it better be half off. But I'm not paying full price for something if it's going to be broken. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. But with The Division, I will admit, I did get that game on sale. So I'm like, hey, shouldn't have been tripping about it. The game is on sale. Most likely, that's just, them just sweeping out the dust and things of Ubisoft. Because that's overall what they did with The Division 2. That game is dust. That game is not like its biggest game. It's not their biggest game. It's not the game that they're all focused on. No. My thing is like, if they had been focused on that game, if that game would have been worked out properly, it wouldn't have to have weekly maintenance updates. But guess what it has to do? Weekly. For every week, it has to have weekly updates. So you know what? In the middle of the night, when you're just up playing video games, you're like, you know what? Let me play Division 2. There is the longest that they shut that game down for one of these like weekly updates was like, I think it was like 7 or 8 hours. What are you working on for 7 to 8 hours? That's how you know if you have to work on a game for that long, that game is, no, take that game out of the stores. Take that game, have it where nobody can play it. Because that game is broken. That game is not fixed. That is not a full 100% game. Now look at the games like God of War, or like, what are some other titles out there that's Gears of War, freaking what are some other games? Let me think on this real quick. Fable 1, 2, and 3. Midnight Club, not Grand Theft Auto, because that game is garbage. Red Dead Redemption 2, that was a good game, just nobody didn't play it. But them games, those are finished games. Those are games where they don't even have to release weekly updates and all that crap. Like, yeah, release an update here and there, like when some stuff is like affecting the gameplay. But weekly maintenance, and we don't even know why. Like, my thing is like with the one game, Cyberpunk 2077, like, they'll at least let you know why, like, they're coming out. Because there's like, that game was buggy, glitched out, broken, all that stuff. So my thing is, like, if they noticed it and they're sitting down coming out with these 100 and something gigabyte updates to fix this game, why can't you guys not do the same thing, Ubisoft? I'm saying, like, that to me just doesn't even make any sense. Like, you guys are so caught up and focused on coming out with all these different things in Rainbow Six Siege, but yet you can't even work on the game that came out after, 4 years after. You came out with not one, but 2 Division games after Rainbow Six Siege. And throughout those years, you guys focused on Rainbow Six Siege. That's not fair to the people that went out and bought the Division 1 and 2, and they loved them games so much, played it way more. I can say for myself, I played the Division 1 and 2 combined far more than Rainbow Six Siege. Now, why do you all just assume that this is the biggest game, this is the game that everybody's playing, so we're not even going to focus on that game, we're going to focus on Rainbow Six Siege, when there's people that still actively playing the Division 2. Does that make any sense? Like, come on now, really? That's not cool. That's not cool at all. So that's what I'm like, I had to say probably in the recent times I've played that game, besides people that I've seen at the headquarters and the safe houses and all that crap, I probably played with like a very few amount of people on that game. Cause I'm like, nobody plays it. Nobody. I played like with a very few amount of people. And it was then it was like a supporter of mine's in my Twitch streams. Other than that, it's like that game. It's not playable. It's not a game where it's like you got millions. Like, if you're thinking that the Division 2 would be the next Among Us, Minecraft, where some other Fall Guys, far from that. Way opposite. All the way like at the lowest parts of like, that video where it shows like the different types of planets and stuff and the suns, and how there's that one big giant sun, and it makes our sun looks like Earth on our sun. Like that, have y'all seen that? That's the Division 2 compared to all of these other games out there that has actually been finished, worked on. Even those titles that I named off, them games, it's like it with Among Us. And it's funny, the backstory with Among Us, that nobody played that game. One big either Twitch streamer or YouTuber played that game, made that game go viral to the point where everybody was playing it, to the point where I had friends reaching out to me asking me if I wanted to play that game. Like, that's crazy. But the thing is, it's like, how come that's never happened with the Division 2? How come that's never happened with the Division 1? I had maybe compared to Among Us and all them games, like, man, I'm telling you that Division 2 ain't nothing. It's like, yeah, it's not even in the same genre, but at the end of the day, like, if it came down to both of those games, I'll play Among Us for the rest of my life than to play another minute of the Division 2. That's how much I hate that game. It's because, see, here's the thing. I played that game. Now, first things first, loot system in that game, broken. Can't play that. It's unplayable. Or overall, you can't get anything good. Because I played the Division 2 on normal, which is like the easiest difficulty, hard, which is medium, challenging, which is hard, and then heroic is like very hard. So, heroic, I played each of those modes. And even with heroic, they still give you crap weapons. Weapons that I've dismantled. Numerous. Why don't you guys have it where because my thing is like, if I dismantled this weapon, that means I don't want it. Now, if I get it a few times, okay, fine, cool. But to get it literally every time even when I played, like, my thing is like, okay, I played on normal a lot, and I upped it to hard to see if I'll get anything. Played challenging and heroic on certain missions and stuff. Still was getting the same crap. My thing is like, why? Why can't it, like, why am I not getting the green armor or the exotics? And then I'm having people tell me like, oh, it's all the green armor is not always good. And I'm like, well, why is it in the game? My thing is like I want to use stuff that's good. So if stuff ain't gonna be good, then I'm like, well, why is it not in the game? Well, why is it in the game then? Like I'm saying, like to me, I'm like it's stuff like that where if you guys have things in the game and they ain't gonna work properly, and then the stuff that people want in the game, you can't even get it because there's a 1% chance of getting, or what is it? I think it's like a 1% chance if you play the game on hard. And I think there's a like it's a 2 or 3% chance if you play it on challenging, and it's a 5% chance of getting something that you want to get in a certain mission if you play it on heroic. So there's this weapon in there called the Bullet King, and this is dope light machine gun. Seen videos and all these different things on it. So recently I have been playing that game, grinding in that game, playing it so much to the point where I'm like, bruh, I can't play this game no more. You know, like I played so much of it, I'm like, I can't play it no more. So I've been playing this game like crazy. And I've been playing these 1-2 missions back and forth trying to get that weapon. I played both of those missions on all the difficulties, and they were still giving me purples. So to overall explain to you guys like the different like levels of like weapons in the game, starting from like worst to best. So the worst like type of stuff that you could get is gray. So all right, so just overall naming off the colors. So it's gray, blue, purple, yellow, and then it's green. Green being like the best like gear, or actually no, then there's red. Red is the exotic, green is like ultra rare, whatever they want to call it. Then gold is like rare. And then purple is like common or whatever. Then blue is like uncommon. And then like the gray weapons is like the basic weapons that you get. But see, here's the thing. Each like time, you know, the weapons, they don't change. Like there's no change with it. There's nothing like that they do differently with the weapon. They might add like like an attachment to it that overall make it like somewhat different, but you still just continuously get the same weapon over and over and over again. So my thing is like, well, why is that? You know, like with where Destiny, they have it where it's like, oh, those weapons are different. You're going to get a different weapon each time. They might look similar, but it's going to be different in some sort of way. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand. Like Destiny, they be having some old weird. They have one weapon in there where it sets you on fire and takes away your health, and I'm like, I do not understand that weapon. So I'm like, I don't even really play Destiny. Them like the 2 games I played a lot of, and I don't even really play them anymore because I'm like, them games is just stupid to me now. I'm like, because with Destiny, it's like there's no guidance in that game. Then it's like half of the majority of the things that you gotta do in there, you gotta do it with people. Same with the Division. You gotta play that game with people. And I don't know why they assume that every single gamer out there likes playing with people. No, I like playing games by myself. I should be able to play the game by myself and get the stuff that I want to get. But if I'm not able to get the stuff that I want to get, why am I still playing the game? So that's why today I made probably the easiest decision in my life. A decision that I did not cry about, a decision I didn't complain about, a decision that I was happy committing. And that was deleting the Division 2. Because that game, in my opinion, is the most broken trash game that I've ever played in my life. I would rather play Goat Simulator. I would rather play Fallout 3. Fallout 3 scared the life out of me when I was a kid. I would rather play all of these different weird games that I played growing up. And I'd rather play freaking, what was the Sesame Street game that I had on the Nintendo 64? I think it was a Sesame Street game. Other than that, I'd rather play that game. I would play any other game out there besides the Division 2. I would love to give myself a challenge in any other video game besides that game because something is not right with it. There's just nothing right or complete with that game. So to end it off, should you get the Division 2? No. And I'm gonna make a video talking on this too because I'm like, no. Until they fix that game, or it's either one of the 2 things. They either fix that game to like full 100% to where that game is playable. But if that game is not playable, take the game out of stores. So that would be the only way that I would do anything related to the Division 2 in the future, is if they fix the game 100% or if they take the game out of the stores. And when they do, if they ever do take the game out of the stores, then I'll just make a video saying they listen. They actually listen. But until then, who is this? Why did they follow me? Somebody just followed me on Twitter, and I don't know who it is. It's like random people follow me. I kind of like I don't know. It's a college student. It was the freaking WWE. They need to stay far away from making any video games. They talking about they making a video game, and I'm like, I don't think that's good. I don't think that's dang. There's a popular streamer just got banned from Twitch. It's crazy. But anyways, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, or my Facebook page. Just search up TMossBoss and you'll find it. Subscribe to one of my 31 YouTube channels. I'm active on all of them. There's some videos I'm still working on for all my other channels, for all the channels. But yeah, I'm active on all of my channels. So just if you don't see any videos that have been uploaded in a while or have been uploaded yet, just know that I'm working on videos 24/7. So anyways, until then, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.